Potatoes. Yeah, they. Nice, yeah. How are you?
Hi.
Sorry, I didn't know I encroached on your. How you doing, Jamie? Jamie, how you doing? You good at this?
Good.
Been doing this a while. Learn something. Hmm?
You're on your game tonight with the jokes.
Oh, I'm sure I'll mumble my way through the.
You're what?
You all please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get a roll call?
Ms. Smith? Here. Mr. Wheeler?
Here.
Mr. Rogan?
Here.
Supervisor Williams?
Here. Counselor, would you like to read the public hearing notice?
Public notice is hereby given that there has been introduced before the Town Board of the Town of Patterson, New York on October 23rd, 2024, amendment to Patterson Town Code Chapter 150 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, which amendment will amend section 150-12 dot A, parking prohibited at all times, to prohibit parking along Lakeshore Drive where a walking path has been installed. Now therefore pursuant to section 20 of the municipal home rule law, the town board of the town of Patterson, New York will hold a public hearing on the aforesaid amendment at the town offices, 1142 Route 311, Patterson, New York, on November 20th, 2024 at 7:00 PM in the evening of that day, or as soon thereafter as may be held, at which time all persons interested therein shall be heard. The town board will make every effort to assure that the hearing is accessible to persons with disabilities. Anyone requiring special assistance and or reasonable accommodation should contact the town clerk.
All right, if we could just take a break for a second, because we're gonna need a couple of more chairs pulled out. Thank you, everybody.
Come on.
Not yet.
All right.
There's still time.
I would ask that in. I know. Hey, the good old days, the tables were gone and the chairs came all the way up. Good old days. Yeah, all right, let's get through the public hearing first. I would ask that anybody who has any comments or questions on this local law, if you would approach the mic, state your name and address for the record and make your comment or ask your question. Room full of people, nobody's got any questions.
Are you kidding me?
You had to tell them.
I promised my wife I wouldn't do this.
Let's let Nick go first, because I think you're more entertaining. You should be the main event.
Oh, can you hear me?
Filter
Yeah.
it up a little bit.
My name's Nick Nelson, 248 Lakeshore Drive. I know that the walking paths going in, you've mentioned no parking along Lakeshore. The only concern that I've had that I brought up is if we do that, there's no parking for a huge section of Lakeshore Drive. There's parking Hudson Beach. There's some by the north boat launch. Not really at Interlaken. So that whole section, if you're gonna tell all the residents like myself, I have a really tiny driveway, and every once in a while when I jockey cars around, I leave my car parked across the street and then bring it in at night. It sounds like my car is about to be ticketed if I don't put it in the driveway right away.
So Nick, we recognize this is a work in progress.
Mhm.
We needed to do this now because of the walking path we've already put in. We don't want people parking on it. We are gonna have to come up with a better plan. We know that. To look at where we're gonna have parking areas, where we're not gonna have parking areas. We're gonna have to develop that over the winter.
That's
then-
my only concern.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a good thing not to have people parking over something if it's gonna damage it, but you know, at some more of the beaches or there's gotta be a better plan to have a little bit of a compromise too, because there's a huge section and it's written that we can't fish or no one should fish at beaches, but there's only parking at beaches. So if we're not gonna allow any the fisher or people to park anywhere along the lake, we're kind of setting ourselves up to keep chasing people off the beaches. It's my only concern.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? What?
You were gonna get up.
No.
Can I get a motion to close the public hearing? Oh, yeah, I forget Zoom. If anybody is joining us by Zoom tonight, has any comments or questions on this local law, if you would unmute, state your name and address for the record.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Somebody like to audit some bills?
Sure. I'll make a motion to approve abstract number 21 dated November 8th, 2024, in the amount of $196,622.67. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's a budget transfers.
Yes, I have budget transfer request number 35 dated November 20th, 2024. This budget transfer is necessary to reallocate funds for the approved justice court postage meter in the central print and mail equipment account. We will be taking from the expense account for central print and mail contractual, $1,360, and moving that to the expense account, 167 7,200 central print and mail equipment, $1,360. I'll make a motion to approve budget transfer request number 35. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And budget adjustment request number 36, effective date November 20th, 2024. This is regarding the general fund for the tax receiver contractual. The adjustment is necessary to allocate additional funds for the tax receiver contractual account for increased cost to software. We will be increasing the revenue account, interest earnings, tax receiver, $300, and increasing the expense account, tax receiver contractual, $300. I'll make a motion to approve budget adjustment request number 36. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have budget adjustment request number 37 dated November 20th, 2024, regarding the general fund. This budget adjustment is necessary to allocate additional funds for the code enforcement officer equipment account for the new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. Be an increase to the revenue account for in the interest earnings and the safety inspection fees, $28,673 and $10,000. And increase the expense account for the CEO equipment and capital outlay, $38,673. I'll make a motion to approve budget adjustment request number 37. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, sorry, I just gotta get a sip of water. Losing my voice. Budget adjustment request number 38 dated November 20th, 2024, regarding garbage district number 2, various employee benefits. This budget adjustment are necessary to allocate additional funds for the various employee benefits accounts of garbage district number 22. We'll be increasing the interest earnings revenue account, $8,379, and increasing state retirement, hospital and medical insurance, and the CSEA dental and optical. That would be $2,000, $6,300, and $79. Make a motion to approve budget adjustment request number 38. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we have budget adjustment request number 39 dated November 20th, 2024. This budget adjustment is necessary to allocate additional funds for the Fox Run Water District capital account for emergency repairs to the wells. We will be increasing the fund balance account of $10,000 and increasing the expense account, water admin, equipment, and capital outlay $10,000. I'll make a motion to approve budget adjustment request number 39. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And lastly, we have budget transfer request number 40, effective date November 20th, 2024. This budget transfer is necessary to reallocate funds for the 2024 medical buyout accounts for the YE adjustment. So we will be taking from the expense account, assessors medical buyout, $2,437.50, and increasing that, moving that to the expense accounts, town clerk medical buyout, $750, and planner medical buyout, $1,687.50. I'll make a motion to approve budget transfer request number 40. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Just gonna go ahead.
Rolling right
Keep
along.
going.
Going right along. Okay, we have some requests from the Town of Patterson Recreation Center. Mr. Chabarro is announcing his ski snowboard lesson pricing for the 24-25 season and his new program partnership with Seven Star School of Performing Arts. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the ski and snowboard lessons pricing that Mr. Chabarro has outlined in this memo to us. Lessons are $363 per person. Lesson and lift is $549 per person. And lesson, lift, and rental is $717 per person. There are no discounts at this time. Make a motion to approve those pricing from Mr. Chabarro. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Also, Mr. Chabarro would like us to be made aware of that Seven Stars. He was collaborating with Seven Stars School of Performing Arts. They're offering many different types of dance, drama, and voice classes. This is a school that is located on Route 312 in Brewster, but they will be offering classes for children as young as 2 years old, as well as adults at the rec center. So you can look for that at the, is that what that is?
All,
Okay. Yeah, you can look for that on the pattersonrec.com website. And if you're interested, sign up, but we'll make a motion to approve the new and upcoming Seven Star School Performing Arts program. So moved.
Second.
all in favor?
Fine. Okay, we have a highway request. We have a non-bid procurement request form. There's the Ed Foster is looking to install electric to the pole barn, the southeast part of the highway yard that they call Russ's Barn. He's put out a bid. Currently, the structure has no electric to it, so he'd like to do that. He's put out a bid, and the lowest price winning vendor would be Healy Electric at $8,600. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the install outlets and lights at Russ's Barn for $8,600. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And lastly, I have a settlement agreement.
We're releasing the performance bond that was part of this settlement agreement.
Okay, so is that in here?
No, well,
Okay.
the amount is in here, $7,500.
Oh, okay. All right. I was gonna just motion the whole agreement, the satisfaction of the agreement, $7,500. Okay. Okay. So we have confirmation that the building inspector has inspected the premises at 2682 to 2884 Route 22 in Patterson and confirmed that all heavy construction equipment, trucks, and related items have been removed from the site as of today, November 18th, 2024. So I would like to make a motion that we have satisfaction of the settlement agreement with Mr. Joseph Capasso and also a release of the performance bond in the amount of $7,500. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Veteran Memorial Park Board, would like to make a motion to appoint a new member to that board. Currently, there are 2 vacancies available. We met with Jillian Boo today, and she actually attended the park board meeting last night. We think she'd be a great addition to it, so I'd like to make a motion that we appoint her in the amount she's going to be working in an unexpired term of 7 years, which ends December 31st, 2025. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
She was very nice.
Yes. I'd like to make a motion to accept the establishment of the performance bond for BAM Properties, Inc. subdivision on Bullet Hole Road in the amount of is it the 106?
No.
No.
So why don't you just introduce the resolution and ask that it be entered into the record as though read?
I would like to introduce the resolution and ask that it be entered into the record as read, to approve that amount for the bonds. So moved.
Second,
Discussion, so everybody knows what we're doing here. We had previously established a performance bond for BAM Properties. The project sponsor owner reached out to my office, expressed concern about being able to post the bond. So we found a way to split the bond so that the public improvements are going to be covered by a bond of $56,371 and change. And the site plan will be covered, the site plan improvements are covered by a bond of $49,778. There's a procedure all laid out within this resolution on how he's going to post those bonds, so that he doesn't have to post the full amount all in one shot. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Like to make a motion to adopt resolution to adopt into local law number 4. Basically what we just had the public hearing on, the no parking signs around Putnam Lake. I'd like to ask that this be read, entered into the record as read. So moved.
second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Sean,
Okay, next item is we have a request from Bobby Kearns, our EMS administrator, for additional monies that are needed for the repairs to the ambulance, the 2017 Ford F-350. This is the one that needed repairs that we had authorized last meeting for the DPF filters, the sensors and the transmission lines, including transport of the vehicle. The cost run over was $1,775.57. We'll make a motion, and that's to Specialty Fleet Services LLC. Make a motion that we approve paying that bill. So moved.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Next item is our yearly advanced life support agreement that we have with Empress. This is to go for the calendar year 2025. There are small increases in the fees based on Medicare, increasing 2.4% for 2025. So that translates to a $7 increase in the stipend. This is basically $305 for each advanced life support intercept that they would be billing. I'll make a motion that we approve the contract for 2025 with Empress. So moved for ALS.
Second.
All in favor?
aye,
And lastly, we are in need of a member for our Board of Assessment Review. I have a resolution which will appoint Mr. Peter Bell as a member of the BAR to serve until September 30th, 2029, that position. So I'd like to ask that the resolution be entered into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, the town board has received a letter from Mr. Hans Peterson. I see he is here with us tonight. I could read the letter if you'd like, or you would like to come up to the mic. Okay, all right. So it says, "Dear members of the Patterson Town Board, on behalf of a number of citizens in Patterson, we would like to provide the community with a memorable holiday event to promote our town and start a new holiday tradition. Our aim is to host a free holiday parade and festival on Saturday, December 14th, 2024. This event will begin at 3 p.m. at the Patterson Field east of the library with vendors, music, and food. At approximately 4 p.m., we would like to have a short festively decorated vehicle parade from the Recreation Center headed north on Front Street, turning east onto Route 311 and terminating at the Patterson Field adjacent to Patterson Library. At approximately 5 p.m., we will have a tree lighting ceremony and the festival will end by 7 p.m. This is not a profit generating event, and donations along with sponsorship funds will be directed to the Patterson Community Church for disbursement to pay for expenses. We will provide porta-sands and parking which will be at the library and Cartwright tent parking lots. Permission has been granted. Insurance is covered by Patterson Nursery. We do not expect a large crowd as this event is in its first year. We do hope you will join us in that evening. In order to comply with the New York State DOT permit application, we need a letter of consent from the town board indicating approval of the event. The town of Patterson has always been a close-knit community dedicated to offering heartwarming experiences to its residents. According to the National Research Center, festivals and community events improve the quality of life and increase pride in the town we live in. Please inform us if the date suggested is acceptable and if any other details are necessary. We hope you will approve of this request and issue us a letter as soon as possible. Thank you. So I'd like to make a motion to approve a letter granting permission for the Petersons to hold the event.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hans,
Aye.
I will tell you this, I know we've got a couple of events that same night at the rec center, so please go see Matt Chavarro down there and coordinate. It may necessitate that you line up any vehicles that you're gonna have down Maple Quarry Lane.
Yes, I'll make sure all the decisions are coordinated with that.
Okay, great. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, town board procedures. With changing times, I felt it was maybe time to put something in writing as far as what the procedures are. They basically follow what we've been doing. They just codify, how we get the agendas ready to go and how we have meetings. But I had a chance to take a look at them.
Yes.
I did.
Any comments, questions?
No, I think it codifies a lot of what we already do, but it adds in some reminders about good decorum and practices.
And I have run it all through the attorneys, so the attorneys have blessed it as well. All right, hearing no more comments, I'd like to move this resolution for the establishment of rules of order for the Patterson Town Board and ask that be entered into the record as though read. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Quaker Manor Lane. We get to the difficult part. So we have a property in the town of Patterson at the end of Quaker Manor Lane that the property owners walked away from many years ago. Unfortunately, the banks have been negligent in their taking any sort of action to foreclose and or keeping the building secure. It has been a constant headache to the residents up there. And at this point, we have little choice but to act. So I would like to move that we have a public hearing December 4th at 7 p.m. Pursuant to section 67.6 of the Patterson Town Code to consider correction and or removal of the unsafe structure located at 26 Quaker Manor Lane. So moved.
Second.
Any opposed? All in favor? All in favor? Any opposed? All right. And now we have a couple of. Got a question, Chris?
I'm just curious who owns the building? The town don't, the county don't, so how can you just go in and wreck it?
Because
Do we own the property?
we do not own the property.
So you can't go in and.
No, we can under current law. We can if we do certain steps. We can go in and secure an unsafe building and then literally remove the building, which is my intent.
Somebody's gotta own the property.
Well, then you find out who owns the property, Chris, and you will be a blessing to all of us because the banks that actually had the mortgage have never foreclosed. So technically, the people who walked away from it better than 15 years ago still own the property. However, acknowledge that they want nothing to do with it, are not coming back.
That's a different circumstance. If they say, I don't care what. you
Nope.
do,"
Yeah,
I'm just saying you just can't walk in, wreck.
of course.
Okay. I mean, there's gotta be some on county records, town records.
Believe it or not,
If
there,
they said, do whatever you want with it, then, okay.
Fair
well,
enough.
believe it or not, steps that were taken this year by the mortgage companies have left us all scratching our heads. Because at this point, we cannot pin an ownership on the property. It just doesn't exist.
And you can't charge nobody.
Yeah, so all we can do is secure the property and do what we have to do and then lien the property. So in the future, if anybody wants to take title to it, we get our money back.
Yeah.
But the residents up there have been living with this for a very long time, and enough is enough. All right. So we have some non-bid procurement requests by the Putnam Lake Park District. Now that the lake has been drawn down, we went out, we took a look at Warren Beach. Unfortunately, there's a few rocks at Warren Beach that we need to really get out of the swim area. This is probably the most critical aspect of everything we've got here tonight. At the same time, we want to dress up both Warren and Jackson Beach. So I would like to make a motion to approve the amount of $3,700 for Prime Excavate. Actually, an amount not to exceed $4,000 for Prime Excavating to remove the rocks from Warren Beach and re-slope the two beaches, Jackson Beach and Warren Beach. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have a non-bid procurement form for removing some trees around the lake. Nick, you're on. Their recommendation is actually to go with the high bidder, and not sure if that is in our best interest. So explain why you think we should go with the highest bidder on this, or maybe the second highest bidder and not the lowest bidder.
So we looked at all the high traffic areas around Putnam Lake, and Putnam Lake, the tree work's been a little lax in the past, so we were trying to bring it to better safety level. In doing so, I brought 3 different companies out, one the fourth never called back. The highest bidder was the second one I met with. The middle bidder was the third. Both the second and the third noticed different things and included a little bit more in each one of their proposals, including doing maintenance pruning and deadwood pruning and interlaken boat storage area that wasn't included in the first one, and I didn't get a chance to go back and have that one included. The middle bid also was removing a fallen tree that was in the water at Hudson, real close to the fire hydrant. So when we removed the hazardous trees right around the fire hydrant, he was gonna remove that one too, to open up the area,
The dry hydrant,
the
right?
dry hydrant.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know,
There's
there's
a fire
a big
hydrant?
box there, so I don't know if that's technically counted a dry hydrant or not.
Well, it's supposed to be a dry hydrant, but it needs some maintenance.
So I personally feel that looking at it all, and the middle bid came in late, because I wasn't aware that the fourth bid until the end. The amount of work that was going into it, and whereas pricing came in, that's why I emailed and said that maybe the middle bid should be, selected. With the additional amount of work that we're getting out of it, it's only a small increase.
Because having reviewed the bids with the contractors, you perceive that New England tree is the best value.
Of the 3 that they gave proposals, correct?
Have any questions?
Well, I just have a question. It seems like you're saying that each of them are offering different work. They should all be offering the same work and giving the price.
They all had the same trees that I pointed out, but tree work's kind of an art form, so they all had different ways that they were gonna go about it.
Okay.
So it was my opinion that the top 2 bidders had it, they
We're gonna do, I
were gonna
see.
do a little bit more.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And
Yeah,
the last person just had even
Just
more
standard.
that he recommended.
yeah. Okay, I see. Just the question is that, the top bidder is going to be doing the same work as New England?
Uh,
Or,
Very similar.
or more?
The top bidder,
Yeah,
I think there was maybe a little bit more time in the trees doing
Mhm.
pruning. His bid was extremely comprehensive. It was just a bigger margin between those 2, so I didn't know if we wanted to reallocate that money to working with the fines instead of.
honestly, I'm comfortable with New England tree.
Yeah,
I'm not so comfortable with the highest bidder or, having talked to you, the lowest bidder.
it's also really not that much more than the lowest bidder.
It's not.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So, okay.
All right, so I would like to approve this non-bid procurement request for tree service around Putnam Lake for the New England tree in the amount of $18,800. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Sir,
My name is Jim Cable, 230 Lakeshore Drive. I mean, I'm concerned about, you say like 3 bed. Okay, what kind of job people are gonna do? I mean, I'm gonna walk again like another 3 months. See, it's still this tree down and, I mean, can we get more detail? I mean, 18,000 or 20,000 and just more detail, what these people are gonna do?
Sure.
I mean, I don't wanna see
We
something.
have more detail. You don't have it, but you get it. There's a lot more detail.
I mean, I see a lot of mess. I mean, not only tree, I see like somebody like have cinder block, old tire, you know what I mean? And somebody built like a railroad, it's all inside the lake. So this is all has to come out.
That's not tree work.
so
I know, but
you're
this
talking
is,
about in the lake?
yeah,
Yeah.
not in, like now you can see everything, like
Yeah.
a black and white.
So I can tell you, I've been over there pulling iron racks out,
I
cinder
know.
blocks.
I did
there's
same
a lot of
thing.
stuff, and I actually talked to the chairperson of the park district and asked her to put a clarion call out to try to get other people to, take things out of the lake.
Bail out.
Yeah. Well, if there's like cinder blocks or so it's funny, I'm over by Interlaken, right? And there's a garbage can and a brand new laptop in where the lake is drained out. Brand new laptop. So,
I mean, like I said, like, I know you have more detail, you know what I mean, but just like. Can the
but-
public know about what tree is gonna come out, what tree is gonna stay in?
you want to
You
give it
have
to him?
copy? Thank you. I don't wanna be trouble because I'm concerned, you know, I mean, I really concerned. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So we are on to the fence. If I can find it. Got it. Got it. So we have a request to replace some fencing out there. I think what I'd like to do, as long as we're not going to upset the apple cart here, is table this to the next meeting. Oh, okay. Wait, that's not what you said today. Okay. All right, so I need to go through the numbers with you. Because I think a couple of them might be a little off. Okay, so we'll go through and we'll put it on for the next agenda. Okay,
We're talking about replacing fence at Hudson and fixing the gates at Warren and Jackson.
I might as well correct this. Christopher Waller, 12 Utica Road. As far as Hudson Beach, when the town took it over, there was a lawsuit going on from the people that crashed through it,
it was supposed to be an insurance settlement.
and insurance, whatever it was. It was put into your laps when you took the lake away from us. So whatever happened to the settlement?
I don't know, you would have to check with the former supervisor. I was not involved. in
There's got to
any
be
of that.
something on record about it.
I don't have anything, but regardless,
Yeah. I know, but I'm just, this is, and everything goes 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
I only gave them the paperwork today.
All right. How about we do some announcements?
Let's do.
Who wants to do some announcements? We
We
got-
can do
we
it.
got a
I'll
couple.
hold it up.
What do you got?
You hold it up. All right, so Patterson trash pickup and observation of Thanksgiving 2024. Garbage district number 1, which is Putnam Lake. Chris, there's no change. Garbage district number 2, Thanksgiving Thursday, 11/28/24. Thursday will be picked up on Monday, December 1st. The recycling center will be closed the day after Thanksgiving, Friday, and the recycling center will be open on Saturday, I believe. The condos will also be picked up December 1st,
First is Sunday. First is Sunday.
day after Thanksgiving.
They're saying it's open the day after Thanksgiving. It's not.
Rich, they're picking
No,
up
it's
on
not there
Sunday.
at all.
So,
Rich,
Yes, Monday, oh,
yeah.
they're picking up on the 2nd. Monday. The Sunday's the 1st. Right?
this says Monday the 1st.
I think Monday's the 2nd.
Yeah, Monday is the 2nd.
Yeah, Monday is the 2nd, so they'll be picking. All right, this is what I get. All right, so they will be picking up Monday, December 2nd.
Right.
Mhm.
And the day after Thanksgiving, the recycling center will be
Open,
open.
right.
And we will get clarification on that and get a new flyer put up. So anybody who wants to know the truth, look for our website tomorrow.
Hey.
Sean?
We have an announcement for youth basketball for 2024-2025. Register at ny.myrec.com for the pre-K, K through first, second, third. There's all kinds of programs. Go on to the website and take a look at those things. We have a beautiful flyer with way too much information on it, but it goes over all the details of the rec center's basketball youth program. I'd say go on the rec center website, check out their youth sports programs, because read this whole thing. Got it? But they offer some great programs at the rec center for youth basketball. Go to their website, check it out, register at pattersonny.myrec.com. Thank you.
Public recognition. Any member of the audience here tonight wish to be recognized?
Meg Kearney, I'm actually here for the rec. This Friday night, we have our holiday kickoff. I made a mistake, so 2 weeks ago I said 6.
Second. Meg, he needs to zoom in on your smiling face.
No, thanks. It's from 5:30 to 8:30. We have entertainment, we have vendors, we have food trucks, so I hope people will come out and support this wonderful event. And then the day after, on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, we have our holiday bazaar. November 30th, from 9 to 3. And then the last thing I just want
What
to
did she just say?
bring
Tuesday,
up,
Sunday the 30th?
You said the 30th.
Saturday, the 30th.
Oh, okay.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Saturday.
That's
the
okay.
30th.
Gotcha.
See, you
We're good.
all
We
confused.
got all our calendars
For a
wrong.
second. On Facebook, there was an issue with things not being done in the town of Patterson for the holidays. And for the last 18 years, Putnam Lake Fire Department has had a wonderful parade. Prior to the parade, they had a tree lighting that was started by our former supervisor, Larry Lawler. Larry Lawler also started the Ragamuffin Parade that the VFW has continued with. So the town of Patterson has, for many, many years, had wonderful events for the holidays. So I just wanted to bring it up that we are a wonderful community and we do wonderful things for the holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I
Thanks,
will,
Matt.
I will add to that, that the parade that is held over in Putnam Lake is an absolute phenomenal event. The trucks that decorate themselves and so many trucks, and every year it seems to get a little bit better. It is an absolutely wonderful event and it is open pretty much to anybody who wants to contact the fire department and put a float in or the ladies auxiliary. I pulled floats myself down there. So, and our highway superintendent used to pull floats down in the parade every year. So, I would encourage anybody that wishes to participate in that parade, if you want to decorate your vehicle, you know, contact the Putnam Lake Fire Department and or Ladies Auxiliary. And if you don't, show up because it's an absolutely amazing event.
Putnam Lake works very hard, almost a year. They were putting that parade together. So they really work very hard. So kudos to Putnam Lake.
Anyone else? Public recognition? George? I know you're dying to come up.
Come on, George.
First Disrael, Tammany Hall Road, also a Patterson Library trustee. Just a few quick things to get out on to the community. We have a celebration, which is a storytelling celebration. Unfortunately, it's this weekend, so I don't know how much this is going to get out, but it's Saturday at 10 a.m. Ages 5 all the way through. Storytelling. There'll be some music. It'll be a nice activity. Second one, the Patterson Library is their Friends Group, which is coming very strong. If you're interested in joining the Friends Group, please contact the library, go on the website. They are having a holiday tag sale. If you have any gently used Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas ornaments that you'd like to donate, there's collection at the library up through November 30th, and the sale will be December 6th and 7th. Also sponsored by the Friends. And the last one, we have Mingle and Jingle. Come mingle with friends and get in the holiday spirit. Mingle and jingle, enjoy light refreshments and festivities, followed by the movie The Holiday, which you may have seen. And it's a good way to just get together with people. So those are a few things that we have going on. The other thing I'd like to say to the community is the Patterson Library, the trustees would like to thank the community for their overwhelming support for passing the Proposition 414, and we appreciate it, and we will continue to do the job that is entrusted to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
George.
you.
You.
Sorry, one last thing. The parade on December 7th, its kickoff is at 7:30 p.m.
Thank you.
Change
Thank
the
you.
time.
Anyone else here tonight have any comments or questions for the board? So last night I was at a Putnam County Legislative Committee meeting. Being as we're about to turn to Zoom, and it was the first one that they actually live streamed last night.
Wow.
So now if you want to see what's going on in Putnam County, just go to their website and you can tune in on the meetings. So with that, I will turn it to our audience joining us by Zoom. If anybody on Zoom tonight wishes to make any comments or has any questions for the town board, if you would unmute, state your name and address for the record.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good night,
Thank you all
Nikki.
for coming.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.